6:26 p.m. on Wednesday night. The countdown. I'm just being informed that I'm live. Thank you, YouTube, and I appreciate the information. So it's the countdown to my vacation, to our family vacation, and I'm so excited. 2 more days, and that's it. One whole week off. Been a long time. So a long time ago, well, not so long ago, but maybe 2 months ago, that feels like forever to me. I had a conversation with a friend about what it's like to be married to an entrepreneur. And this is a great conversation. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be a great conversation coming from me, but this is a great conversation that I've had with many, many, many of my friends and colleagues. You don't have to be married. You could be dating them. You could be hanging out with them. But we have a lot in common, us entrepreneurs. And the more I start this conversation, the more I realize this needs to be discussed. So, my friend Jay, this one's for you, okay? And I remember not so long ago, the day that I decided to leave the practice that I had been managing for 8 years. 8 years. I can't even believe I was there that long. Hi, one viewer. How are you? I hope this is hi, two viewers. How are you? I hope that one of these viewers is the one I'm married to, since I'm talking about what it's like for you to be married to an entrepreneur, since I can't get you behind the camera. But maybe one day you're going to surprise me. So the day that I told my husband I was leaving this very good job with this very nice income and all these wonderful perks, and I worked only until 3 p.m. every day. That's right. We started at 6:30 in the morning, but I was done at 3. It felt like I had a whole other day on top of the day I had already had running this big medical practice. So I lost a viewer. Who's her? I'm kidding. One viewer's great. All right. So I was having this chat with my husband. Well, actually, I went to a conference, made the decision that's a previous episode that I'll continue in another episode. But, I always think about what it must have been like for him and what it is like for him. I think you're pretty used to it by now, Rob, my love. But in the beginning, it was not easy for him, for me, for anyone, really. For Cooper, everything changed. My schedule changed. We had to rearrange pickup times with Cooper, and it was just a lot. I had to get my parents involved. Rob had to get his mom involved, and everybody, just rallied and did what they had to do. But I remember it not being so easy in the beginning, and I remember spending a lot of time. We weren't fighting. Were we fighting, honey? If that's you listening, yeah, we fought a few times. We argued, because it was such a dramatic change. I mean, here I went from this life of, we traveled a lot. We took a lot of really great vacations. This is one of the reasons I'm so excited about this upcoming one. And it's a staycation, which I'm super happy about. But, it was a major change. And I think when you make this decision to make the jump, and then you're in it, and then it's a struggle. And then the spouse, the boyfriend, the girlfriend sees the struggle. And then they get nervous, which is understandable. And it's just tough. It's tough to have somebody, when you have that belief in your heart and your gut and your soul that you need to do this to be happy in life. I know for me, that was it. I knew that I could no longer work for anyone ever again. Although I work for my clients every single day, but I make the decision on who I want to work with, who I don't want to work with. And that is very, very freeing. And I don't take that for granted at all. So it is, it's a complicated issue. And I remember talking to my business coach about it a long time ago. Rob and I were having, we must have had a very serious discussion. And I was like, I got to talk to Kevin about this. That's the name of my business coach in Dallas, Texas. Been together for 4 years, maybe a little bit more. Yeah. And, you know, I said, like, what book are you reading? Like I do with everything. Isn't there a book called How to Be Married to an Entrepreneur, or What It's Like for the Spouse of an Entrepreneur, or How to Get Through the First Few Years of Your Entrepreneur Life with Your Spouse? And he said, no. Well, none that he knew of. Maybe there is one. Maybe I'll write one. Maybe I'll just record it on Audible, because that's where I feel like everybody's attention is. But I got to say that I empathize with anybody. Rob and I, he's so supportive. He's been amazing. I'm very blessed. And I realize that not everybody is that blessed. And I've had many conversations with women that I have coached, doctors that I've coached, doctors that I have worked with that have had this issue in their own relationship. Because if you are not somebody that wants to run and own a business, it's hard to relate to that, right? And it's just two different personalities, and mine happens to work very well. But I don't want anybody to think it was easy in the beginning, because it wasn't. And I know my husband would agree with that. And it was the first 2 years, I would say, were really just tough. And I was offered to work for 2 different companies. That was a very attractive offer. And I remember mostly thinking that this would make Rob so happy if I did this. And I just couldn't do it. And I can't live for anybody but myself. I live for you, Rob. I live for my husband. I live for my family. And I do everything that I do today because of my family. But I am, you know, I'm 44, and I realize that I have to be 100% transparent with myself and anybody else that comes in my life. And my husband knows that this is my oxygen. I have to do this. I can't function. I'm completely obsessed with business. We were even talking about what we were going to be reading on vacation. And I was talking about Gary Vee, of course. And I am going to finish Kevin Hart's book on Audible. And, you know, hopefully I'll listen to some music and I won't be completely obsessed. But it really is, I wouldn't say that it's very easy, but my advice is to talk to other entrepreneurs about it and how they got through it. And how we got through it, Rob and I, was that we talked about it, you know, and sometimes we argued about it. Excuse me. Green tea, please. Sorry, darlings. I've been talking a lot. And I'll tell you, that doesn't normally happen to me when I do these vlogs, but my day started at Meet the Neighbors at 7:30 a.m. this morning. So hosted that event with a client of mine, and then we had an awesome rest of the day, lunching and collaborating with 2 other physicians, and got to see some really great people in the community that are business owners and friends in business. And so I've just been doing a lot of talking, and I'm ready to stop talking. And especially because Cooper is coming home right now without his braces. How exciting is that? So first day, no braces. We're not allowed to show you because he hasn't showed his father yet, but it's a big day here at the Feckety compound. So, all right, here I go. I'm just going to say it. Like, you need to talk about it. That's what I'm going to say. I think that entrepreneurs, business owners, whatever you want to call us, are different birds. We don't think like everybody else. We just obsess a lot, and we worry, and we empathize with our spouses, but it's something that's inside of us that we must do. So I would hope that anybody that is, Cooper's standing over there. I wonder if he wants to come in on the vlog. No, just wants to hang. So I just think that you need to talk. I think the answer to everything is communication, right? And being understanding and empathetic of the other person that's involved. So if you are the spouse and you're listening, find out what it's like to be an entrepreneur. Talk to other people. Don't talk to your spouse about it. And then have really good, honest conversations. I hope whoever is watching this vlog sees Charlie Brown's tail wagging in the background. He just got home from his walk and he's ready for dinner. So with that, I hope you all have a great night. Being married to an entrepreneur isn't easy, I'm quite sure. But it's certainly worth the benefits if you hang in there for a little while. It's a grind, baby. All right, have a great night. See you tomorrow.